Just before I finish with this project for today, I just want to share some of my thoughts about how this project's going and how it is at the moment. And because that's what we do on this channel. We share what our thoughts are. We share how we're thinking, what we're thinking. We're always really open with you guys. And one of the things that's become really patently obvious at the moment is that filming a project like this one sometimes is really difficult and really challenging. And you've just seen Crusoe and I building this together, and it's really hard to enjoy Crusoe helping me and build and think and film at the same time. I'm just going to leave it at that.
So here we are, back in my happy place up at the vegetable garden. John, I heard, as I was wandering down, has touched on something that we've been talking about for a while now. Something's feeling a little bit off with everything we're doing. And we're not quite at our kind of best firing capacity. I don't know if we're burnt out. I don't know if there's change on the horizon. All remains to be seen. It's nothing to worry about, so nobody panic. Well, I say that. You dug a big hole. Anyway, life is very full and we're just trying to figure out which is the best direction for us as a family. So we'll tell you more about it. But for now, these are the jobs I got to get done today. Protect vegetable garden from toddler. Come up with a system that's going to help my sweet peas climb my frame. Rescue the coffee mug from the compost. Get these marigolds into the ground next to my tomatoes. And most importantly, head up to the top corner where we're trying to grow watermelons. Everyone's telling us it's unlikely that we're going to be successful, but our boys love watermelon and they're really expensive in the supermarkets. So if we can grow our own, we will save a fair bit of money. So in this top corner, which is actually a diabolical mess, behind me there is watermelon. They're in 2 trenches, but as you can see, it's got overrun with weeds, and especially since we've had all this rain. So my task today, first thing I'm going to do is get in there and just start kind of clearing it out and giving those watermelons space to breathe and give them the best chance to kind of survive. And I've seen my first courgette starting, and everything's just doing really well. I walk up to this vegetable garden every single time. Mommy? Are you digging? And smile, because there will come a time when my vegetable garden won't be strewn with diggers and toys and little things that belong to little people, and I know for sure that I'll miss it. So I'm going to try really hard this morning to be patient and to just soak up every moment, because these are precious times. They're not going to get big if we leave this grass here. So that's why Mum is taking out the grass, so that the watermelons can grow big. There's lots of watermelons. Because you and Sawyer love watermelons, hey? Yeah, you love watermelons. They're your favourite. Let's show them what we can do. Yeah. So this is my talent, this grass. It's a real problem, and it's kind of got rhizomes, a bit like bamboo, that is just shooting off everywhere. This is what has completely overrun our oat field as well. So we have had a complete fail as far as the oats are concerned. We're just not going to get anything from that. And actually, I think in order to get that field to a point where it might be usable, it's just going to be so much work that we don't have the capacity for. So we've decided we're going to put that field to olive trees in the future, which would be great because we use a lot of olive oil and we need a lot of olives. So a nice project that invests in the kind of longevity and the future of the property, but not something we'll get joy from for a while.
This one water.
Yeah, that was a bad one. Good job, Crusoe. So anyway, that's what I'm trying to get up. The roots are really strong. It takes a lot of digging. It takes a lot of kind of persuading, and hopefully I can make a dent at least. Well, that looks a lot better. The watermelon are all cleared. I've managed to clear the 2 channels where we've got them in, or the 2 beds. Really, ideally what I want to do is get up here and just clear this whole corner of all the grass, but I'm going to make the most of the time I've got because Sawyer's going to wake up any minute now, and see if I can go and help those sweet peas along a little bit. Hello, love.
Hello, darling.
Can you help me for a second?
Yes. What are we doing?
Okay, so I saw someone very sweetly sent me a thing on Instagram where you make like a... So you tie the string round the poles, both sides, so that it almost makes a... What would you call it? Like a sandwich? So the sweet peas climb up inside it.
Okay. That's a nice idea, isn't it?
Yeah. So let's see if we can get them.
Who was that? Do you remember?
It was Proud Nan's. I don't know what your real name is.
Proud
but,
Nan.
Proud Nan. Thank you so much. So if we start low, because basically what you want to do is get all of them inside the...
Okay.
Like that, you see?
Got it.
Do you know what I've just been talking about?
What's that?
Our watermelons have got like climbing, these like reachy things. The watermelons need to climb.
I've seen, maybe they do. And the reason why I say that is because I've seen some of them hanging in bras.
I'm sorry?
Watermelons. I've seen some people hang their watermelons in bras. What am I doing? Sorry.
What are you talking about?
Well, that like they hang the when the watermelon is growing, they put the watermelon in a bra off the ground so that it grows in a bra.
I thought you were talking about different kind of watermelons.
No. I'm sure you guys have seen that bra thing before.
Thanks, my love. That looks much better, doesn't it?
That looks all right. A bit easier, I think, to do.
I think we're more likely to get success now.
You know what this reminds me of?
What?
A car park in Chicago.
Oh, okay. What goes up and up and up and up and up and up and up?
Well, it's got these zigzag things around there. It's right next to the river.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, it is a cool car park.
Right, that's 2 out of 3 jobs completed. John is also going to help me with number 3. Yeah, but it's an easy one. Take cup away from compost.
Is that on my way back down to the lawn?
Yes, please.
Right on.
Thanks, love. A little caterpillar? Really? Wow. And the ongoing job of keeping the garden safe from the toddler is still a success. So let's see if we can get the marigolds in next to the tomatoes. And I might just actually tick off most things from the list before Sawyer wakes up, which is some kind of miracle. Oh, you really have got a little caterpillar. He's not all that little though, is he? He's a big one. Big fat grub. I think, Crusoe, that's what you call a cutworm. And I have a horrible feeling he might eat all Mummy's vegetable roots.
No.
Yeah, do you want to go give them to the chickens?
Caterpillar, Mommy.
You find a big caterpillar?
How does this? Look. Why is Mommy making fast?
No, you're not playing with it. How about that? Sawyer is still asleep, which is not a good thing, but we had a really bad night last night. He had a proper midnight party for about 2 hours. So I'm going to let him catch up a little bit more. And I just want to get one more job done, which is a bonus job because it wasn't on my list this morning. But my strawberries are also looking inundated with grass and weeds. So I'm going to give them a little bit of love and then call it a day. I'm going to get my baby up. So, both boys are awake.
They are.
And after leaving you on probably the worst cliffhanger ever, apologies.
Yeah, you know, we do try really hard to put onto this channel our personalities and to share at the moment how we're feeling about things and what we're thinking, rather than, you know, just be one of those channels where everything's great all the time, or where there's I don't know where it's not real. Mm-hmm. And I think that's why a lot of you guys out there are tuning in twice a week, just because we're pretty clear with things like that.
Yeah, for sure.
So last Wednesday, I wasn't feeling great. I'm actually still feeling a little bit like, I don't know, like that feeling still is carrying on with us, and I think, well, I don't know, I'm rambling.
Well, we had a conversation this morning that went something along the lines of, should we quit YouTube?
Yeah, we said that out loud to each other, and the funny thing was, who said it? Was it me?
It was you.
I said it, and you know what? I would never say something like that. I know how lucky we are to be able to do this for a living. Mm. But I said it out loud because I wanted to gauge how it felt to say something like that out loud instead of just think about it. And I really wanted to see what Tara thought about it.
And my reaction was, well, I've also been thinking about it too.
So I think when you decide to do something, and we haven't decided to do anything, by the way, it's often not something that's decided immediately. It's something that you know, especially something as important as this, it's something that you kind of work your way through, and you know, maybe it's just a bit of a downer at the moment. We haven't really been on holiday for a while.
I think that's probably all it is we really need a break. We need to get off the farm. I think we both miss travel, and it's kind of on our minds that this is the time when we could travel with the kids before they go to school. And it's hard because we have this perfect opportunity on the farm to make an incredible life here for our family, and we're so grateful for it, and we absolutely love it.
We do.
And yet there's this itch that's not being scratched that makes us feel like something's missing, or we need to do something else for a bit.
Yeah.
And the YouTube thing is, there's been some stuff going on which I don't want to talk about, but sometimes it just makes you feel a bit sad. So we were like, oh, maybe we stop a bit. Then the alternative means that we have to go to day jobs that would take us away from our children, and neither of us want to do that. So
no, that's true.
And we love connecting with you guys. We love our community here on YouTube. You've been the most amazing source of support, of love, of wisdom, of sharing, and ultimately you're making our dreams come true. So we also don't want to let you guys down. I don't think we have the answer just yet.
No.
But I think it's important, like you said in the beginning, to share when we're not feeling our best.
Yeah. Friends, I know that there are some of you out there that might be leaving a comment that goes something along the lines of, oh, the newbies are whining about having this perfect life.
You know, when, I don't know, maybe it's the weather.
Yeah, it's been pretty rainy.
Mama, Mommy,
What's there?
Yeah.
A ripe plum?
Yeah.
Oh, anyway, I hope that all makes sense. I hope it doesn't come across as ungrateful or anything, because it's not. We're just, I don't know, we're just feeling a bit lost.
Plum, Daddy.
We are feeling lost.
Where's the plum?
A plum?
Pick it.
Shall we go and pick it?
Yep.
The plums are starting to ripen here, and Crusoe is starting to get very excited. So we'll update you in the next episode with a little bit more information about where this conversation goes to and where it's going to lead and what we're going to be doing and what we're thinking then. It might all change overnight, who knows.
Exactly. But for now, there's of course plenty of jobs to be getting on with and plums to be picked. And thank you all so much, as always, for being here.
Crusoe, are you trying to get that plum down? Shall I try and pick it for you? Yeah. Okay. Oh, that looks like a good one, Crusoe. Are you ready? Which hand? Get it right.
Down.
Which one?
Down.
Oh no!
Yummy.
Yummy!
Plumberry.
Love it. How does it taste? All right, back to the deck. I got some work to do. Here you go, my darling. Take this.
And then you have moments like that and you think, what on earth are we even questioning? This life is perfection. We're so lucky.
Okay, well, we're all set up. It's just turned 8 o'clock in the morning, believe it or not. So that's been quite the workout for first thing. I think we all needed that kind of exercise, that spirit, that, what's the word?
What's the word, what?
When you have exercise and it gives you a good feeling.
Endorphins.
Endorphins. I think we all needed those endorphins this morning, just to make us feel a little bit better, a little bit more alive and up for the challenge. So, yeah, let me help you there, buddy.
The workout continues in the flower bed, I tell you what. Oh, my boy. Oh, thanks, bud.
So the plan is today to carry on with the decking down there and see how far we can get. I'm going to do a little bit less chit-chatting and a lot more working today, just so I can get my mind and my head in it. I think Crusoe's going to pop out with his mum a little bit later to go and see the scotters. And that'll leave me here on my own, toiling away. Just how it needs to be when you want to focus on something. You guys know how it is. So here's the thing. Yesterday when we made that film, and since we made that part of the video, we've thought really hard, do we include it in a video? You know, most of our videos here on the Newbies are all jolly and happy and we're having a great time doing our projects. Crusoe's running around. And then when we were editing, as we're editing, because we've edited the first part of the video now and we're filming, I'm filming this part that'll come into the video afterwards. As we were editing, we were just thinking, well, we should keep things like that in our videos because it makes it real and it makes it honest. And I know in the past you guys have really appreciated that. Sometimes, of course, when we think about quitting YouTube, it's something that's really real for us. And yesterday it was a really, really real thing that we were thinking about. And I think definitely one day we will quit YouTube, but I don't think it's going to be just yet. I think what we need is a couple of really good nights sleep, and we need a holiday. We need to get away. We need to go and see some of the world. We need to go and do a little bit of traveling, meet new people perhaps. When we first started our YouTube channel 3 years ago, we were a travel channel. We were van lifers. We were heading to Antarctica. We were in America on road trips through Africa. In fact, one of my favorite videos from Africa, I'm going to link it right here, was when Crusoe met some meerkats. I don't know if you guys have ever, if you guys have seen a meerkat before. Probably you've seen them on TV. Cute little animals, stand on rocks, look up like this. Crusoe's met some meerkats about a year ago, just over a year ago in fact. And they came and they sat pretty close to him. They were like right there. Wonderful episode. Those are the experiences and those are the things that I really want for my family. Tara really wants for our family too. That we get to experience all of those cool things before we can't do it anymore. And there's a timeline on that. We all know what that timeline is. It's when the kids go to school. When Crusoe starts school, traveling around the world is totally off the cards, except for school holidays. We love it here on the farm and we will continue to make vlogs from the farm for sure. It's what we love to do, and we love to share our story with you guys. But what we also need, like I said, is just some time out and a bit of a holiday. So the next episode that we're going to release will be us on the road. We're going to be taking a little bit of a break, hopefully going to be meeting some new people. And then after that, I think we'll be heading back to the farm and carrying on with our projects and our produce. Of course, we've got lots of things growing here. We've got a lawn to protect from the baking sun, so we can't be away for very long. But a holiday, a swimming pool, a couple of beers and a beach is definitely what we need here at the Newbies. All right, that's it for today's episode. We are so grateful always for you guys being here, for your support, for your lovely comments. From our hearts, we are able to live this wonderful and very privileged life because you are watching our channel. And we'll see you next episode from On the Road.
You got the heart that is bigger than the sun. You got the smile that is wider than the fun. Whatever you imagine will come true. Whatever you wish upon a star will do. And there is only one thing you should really love. It is your heart when it sings up above. Hey you over there, it's time to get up and make the world shine. It's time to get back to feeling so fine. You can dance or sing, or you can sing or dance. You got to find the voice that was lost. You got to find the sparkle in the frost. You got to find the passion in the must. You got to find the light in the dust. You are beautiful and magical and wonderful. You can fly.